Here's what you'll get today. The 9 clearest signs that point to a real calling, the kind that signals a deeper purpose and asks you to live by it. You'll learn how to recognize them and what to do when they show up. So this isn't just theory. We'll move fast. Think checklist meets compass. If you've ever felt pulled to build, lead, or heal without a job title to match, and sensed something spiritual under that pull, this breakdown will help you name it, frame it, and use it. Notice what resonates. That quiet signal is your guide, and ignoring it has a cost. Let's name the core issue. The problem is misalignment you can't ignore, not random restlessness, holy discontent. It shows up when your life looks fine, yet something inside won't settle because you're being moved toward a greater purpose. You pass every surface test, job, friends, routine, yet an unrest keeps saying, this still isn't it. Why does it intensify as you hit more goals? Because applause can't cover a call. Results stack on a shaky base when the base isn't the assignment. That signal isn't doom. It's guidance sent to push you forward. Misalignment here is the gap between the life you run and the purpose God is drawing you into. On paper, the default path looks fine. It's socially endorsed. It pays, it pleases, it protects. But it can miss your deeper aim by a few degrees. A few degrees over time turns into a life that looks right from the curb and wrong from the inside. The key is to read the gap early, before the drift becomes distance. 2 forces pull you in opposite directions. External validation says, keep the lights on, stay in line, collect the points. Divine leading says, name your values, step into them, accept the cost. Success can muffle the call for a while. You hit targets, you get praise, you tell yourself it's fine. That delays the reckoning. But the bill comes due as a low-grade drag you can't shake. Think of navigation. The destination is fixed. Routes can change. You can take detours, but when the route and the destination disagree, friction builds. Fatigue grows. Tasks that should feel light start feeling heavy. You spend more energy resisting than responding. The simple shift is regular course checks and small obedient steps, not perfect plans. As this call rises, another pattern shows up. You start questioning everything. Past choices, current roles, hidden motives. It can feel like a crisis, but it often marks a realignment in motion. You also feel a mix of nerves and pull. Apprehension sits beside excitement because you sense the weight of what's asked. That blend is normal when you're stepping into more. Isolation can enter here too. Doors close, crowds thin. You feel set apart, not as punishment, but as preparation. Space shows up so growth and character can take root. In that quiet, peace increases as you take faithful steps, and you get timely confirmations that you're on track. Small alignments, right words at the right time, strength to do the next thing. So let's make this practical. Instead of chasing more noise, pay attention to where unrest repeats. Where do simple choices feel heavy for no good reason? Lunch, projects, partners, plans. If the small picks feel like constant strain, your route and your destination are at odds. Fix the angle and the lift gets lighter. What I mean is, respond to the pull with one clear move, then look for the peace and clarity that follow. There's another layer that explains why you may feel like an outsider without making it a problem. As you grow, your values can outrun the norms around you. You start caring more about service, truth, and long-term fruit than about fitting the mold. Rooms feel smaller. It doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It means your lens widened and your assignment is shifting. Ignore the pull and it leaks out sideways. You overthink simple choices. You overfit to roles by becoming the perfect version of a job you don't even want. Or you overperform to quiet doubt. More goals, more tasks, more noise. The cost is focus. Your time goes to coping instead of creating. Here's the practical takeaway. You're not broken. You're being redirected. We're about to move from ideas to signals you can check in your own life and small moves you can test this week, so your next steps feel simpler and cleaner. Now let's shift into the solution and application. 9 signs of a real calling and how to respond in daily life. Sign 1. Holy discontent. This isn't ingratitude or boredom. It's a God-sent restlessness that pushes you toward greater purpose. You feel stirred in a way that normal winds can't settle. The move here is simple. Name where the unrest repeats and bring it to prayer. Ask for clarity on the next faithful step, not the 5-year plan. Sign 2. Questioning everything. As the call rises, you feel displaced and start to audit your choices, past and present, and the motives under them. It can feel like unraveling, but it's a refining, not a tear down. Give the process structure. Journal your questions and decisions, then seek counsel from one mature, trusted voice who knows your values and can test your thinking. Sign 3. Noticing limitations. You become sharply aware of where you're weak or out of depth. This isn't to shame you. It's to focus your lane and invite help. The key is to name 2 strengths you'll lean on and 2 limits you'll cover through support, learning, or delegation. Pray for wisdom to accept limits and courage to act within your assignment. Sign 4. Mixed emotions about purpose. You feel a blend of excitement and nerves, glad to build something meaningful, wary of getting it wrong. That tension is normal. Treat emotions like weather reports, not steering wheels. Breathe, write the next honest action, and take it. Then debrief what you learned and adjust. Sign 5. Isolation for preparation. Crowds thin, doors close. You feel set apart. This isn't punishment. It's preparation because character comes before platform. Use the quiet to strengthen core habits. Steady rest, honest prayer, simple service where you are, limit noise, let depth form before scale shows up. Sign 6. Outside confirmation. Messages and mentors start aligning. People reflect back changes they see in you. You catch repeated themes in talks, readings, or chance conversations. Treat these as inputs, not orders. Capture them. Bring them to prayer and wise counsel. Move on what lines up with your values and assignment. Sign 7. Fruitless current efforts. What used to work stops working. You push harder and get less back. Rather than forcing the old route, take it as a nudge. Pause, ask what season is closing, and shift effort toward the work that carries peace and traction. Let what's done be done. Sign 8. Increasing peace with alignment. When you act in line with purpose, a grounded calm shows up even when the path is hard. Use peace as a tiebreaker. If 2 options look equal, choose the one that brings settled clarity after prayer and counsel. Sign 9. Heightened spiritual awareness. You notice timely answers, vivid dreams, or a sharper sense of what sits behind words and rooms. Don't chase signs, record them. Keep a simple log of dates, prompts, and outcomes. You'll see patterns you can test and confirm over time. Here's the practical takeaway. Replace self-scoring with simple rhythms. Daily prayer for guidance, a short journal for prompts and confirmations, and regular conversation with grounded believers who can challenge and encourage you. Think of it like navigation. The destination holds. You keep checking the route and making small, faithful turns. You now have clear indicators and steady moves. The simple shift is to treat these signs as commitments in action, not titles you adopt. Next, let's talk about how to keep your steering true when the road changes. Here's the conclusion. Treat what you've noticed as an invitation to respond, not a status to display. The simple shift is to practice each sign as a commitment, prayer, counsel, and small faithful steps, rather than claim it as a trait. Small turns change the path. Now act. Ask God for clarity on one next move and write it down. Journal what you're sensing and any confirmations you receive. Share your next step in the comments to connect with others on the same path. We cover tools like this every week, so subscribe if it helps. Start today. Embrace your role as a chosen one who serves God's purpose in your generation.